Yo, look what TF Safari just sent me. Goodness gracious. It's JGM's Predaking. I've been waiting for this for a long time, and this is a fresh unboxing, reaction, and review. Oh my gosh. Look at Tiny Grimlock and the fries over there. Is that fried chicken, dude? What is going on? And then we got Razor Claw's Lion Face with the blue flame cooking up the steak. And then we got some like dim sum. Dude, is this supposed to be like the Last Supper or something like that? I have no idea, dude. And I'm inclined to say that this is duck and not chicken because Chinese folks are down with duck. And they got an Optimus head over here. And this looks like Yoglu and stuff. Oh my goodness. This is absolutely precious. And look at that. Look at that, dude. There's so much flavor and personality in this. This is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. What does this say? It says Mini Ferocy. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Look at that. Wow. Wow. That's amazing. And yeah, JGM, these are the same folks who brought us Steelhead Commander, and Steelhead Commander was absolutely amazing. And this, yo, I'm so stoked. Sorry, I'm just glossing over all like the box and stuff, but oh, it says Steelhead Commander there. I think they forgot to change that. It says JGM01 because this is not JGM01. Oh. Oh, snap. Oh. Yo. Goodness. Goodness. How beautiful. How beautiful and how adorable. This is so good, dude. And JGM, it means like Electric Cat Toys or something. And hold up for a second. And up here you can see their names and stuff. Pengzai, Huzai, Shizai, Zuzai, and Yozai. Actually, this is pronounced Pengzai. If I got my Chinese pinyin correct. But, well, snap, dude. Let's crack this open. Yeah, I'll be right back. I'm going to pull them out of the package. Oh my gosh, there's so much to unpack here. There are two trays. We can see the top one has the bots, and then the bottom one, those are all the Predaking bits. And wow, I wonder how much of this is a parts former. Well, we'll find out in just a second. But before we get to that, yo, look, what is it? What's going on here? There's a little cat paw. Dude, when I see stuff like this, it's like, you can tell these people enjoy what they're doing. They're taking great pride in their work. They're having a lot of fun with what they're doing. And dude, I so applaud that. I so salute their efforts. And you could tell with Steelhead Commander because that was such a great product, And I was so stoked to see this because if those people cooked up Steelhead Commander, they're going to be able to cook up something mighty, mighty Predaking. And yeah, it's Ferocy time. And Steelhead Commander on the back, it was a poster. Oh, okay, so this one isn't a poster. It's just a ton of instructions. And I haven't transformed this. I haven't looked at this at all. Like I said, it's a fresh unboxing. Oh. Oh, so cool. But like you pop the head out, then you add a battery, and then you use the cat paw for the sound effects. That's amazing. And so I guess each one of the little paws represents a different animal sound. That's so cool. And then it lights up. That's such a gnarly gimmick. These guys are just having fun, man. These guys are just having fun, and I salute them. I applaud them. This is amazing. This is an amazing set. And we haven't even gotten to the toys yet. Oh, whoa, my eyes. The hollow stuff. There are these hearts on here. Do you guys see this? This is wild. I love this. Dude, I'm having so much fun right now. I love this kit. We see Predaking over here, and dude, it's tripping me out. If I was, I won't say it. I was going to say, if I was in an altered state, so to speak, this would be bugging my eyes out. Because I mean, it's bugging my eyes out right now. And even on camera, you can see it. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. These folks just having so much fun, taking so much pride in what they're doing. Just, these guys need a lot of, what is it? Recognition. They need to be able to do more. They need your support. If you like this type of stuff, buy it. And if you're going to buy it from tfsafari.com. They support me. I support you. Tons of giveaways. You know what I mean? And so This is great. This is absolutely amazing. All right. Before we get into the transformation, because I'm going to have to go off camera and study how to transform these, because doing it live on camera is not going to be great. Hold on for a second. Yeah, I've learned the hard way that doing transformations on camera for the first time is not great for me. It's not great for the viewer. It's a bad experience. And so I'm going to get to know them before I do that. But goodness, the quality feels incredible. You know, all the newer cats that have been coming out, like Craftsman's toys, and they kind of have this like Iron Factory feel and vibe in terms of like quality. This feels like that. This feels like that. Like nice pins. Like the tolerances are real good, dude. Nice and tight. Paint is just absolutely exquisite. And does the mouth open? I bet you it does. Yeah, yeah. Spared no expense. I can see the little transformation bits over here, how the fists are going to roll back. And then we see the Predaking. Oh, wow, that's tight. That's the Predaking waist, obviously. And they're on ball joints, but man, the tolerances are real good. I can see the tail over here for Razor Claw's Ultimate. Sorry, I'm going to fix the focus. And then you got the legs over here. And man, I don't know if it's because it's the first time that I'm messing with these, but the tolerances, I keep saying it, but they're great. Everything's really, really tight. Sometimes, you know, the toys feel like they've been bathed in like mold release or like lube, and everything is just way too tight. This feels perfect. This feels perfect. Right on the border of being too tight, but not like I'm going to break it or anything. This is nice. Do these move independently? Oh, they feel like they do, but I'm a little afraid to mess with it. Light piping. I guess it's supposed to work, but I don't know. Maybe I don't have a good light source. But yeah, it's kind of dim. Oh, that's tight. I know he has a knee bend, but boy. Oh. Everything is too tight, actually. On the knee, I'm actually kind of afraid. Does he not have a knee? No, he has to. Because I can see there's like a bulge over here. And I think a lot of the stuff is painted. Huh. Well, there is some sort of ankle tilt, but okay, maybe I want to say there is a knee bend, but if there is, yo, I can't get it to work. Okay, so I got it to do that, but it must be extremely tight. And I don't know if it's a part of the transformation mechanism or something like that, or something's preventing this, but I'm going to study the instructions a little bit more before I try to attempt that. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's almost a little too tight. Just being completely objective. I mean, I'm really enjoying this set, but it's almost a little too tight. And then they almost look like block keys, you know what I mean? In terms of their proportions. Oh. Whew. Scary, scary, scary. But yeah, the plastic feels nice. I don't know what type of plastic this is. I imagine it's some type of vinyl. Everything is, again, just well painted. The details are very, very crisp. Like, spared no expense. Like, these people are not messing around with their craft. And the mouth opens ever so slightly. Oh, and he has a great little face about him. That's just absolutely amazing and adorable. Who else we got over here? Oh, that was Headstrong, right? Or is it who's Tantrum and Headstrong? I always get them confused. Oh, you gotta pry the legs apart. Oh, yeah, that's pretty tight. Feels really good, dude. You know, like the small stuff, like the Kang Toys vibe, Craftsman's Toys, Iron Factory, like all of those types of things. It feels like that, and I mean that in the highest complimentary way possible. And I could see a couple of things. There's like a hinge over here, and you know, I can't imagine the transformation for these guys are going to be too difficult, because they're pretty simplified. And yeah, their knees are decent, but man, Razor Claw's knees, maybe they don't move. Maybe they don't move. Maybe it's supposed to be fixed, but that's why I didn't want to force anything and potentially break it. And then here we have Rampage. I'm straining like I'm about to drop a deuce. No! But he looks good too, dude. Man, they really remind me of the small blockies figures. Big old noggins, good paint, good detail, and chibi funny SD proportions and stuff. And yeah, I love the fact that they provided like jaws that open and close for the beasts. Really liking that, dude. They almost look like battle beasts too, you know what I mean? This is absolutely the most adorable Predaking that I've like ever seen. Perhaps the most adorable chibi guys I've ever seen. And then last but not least, I know it's blurry. Just give me a second, Gretchen. We got Dive Bomb over here. All of them look so silly. Look at their faces. They're so cute. They're so adorable. I wonder what size these holes are. And yeah, they're really basic. I can tell. It doesn't look like the transformation is going to be too complicated or sophisticated, but I bet you it's going to be good enough in terms of all three modes: this mode, the animal modes, and then the combined mode. And yeah, so good, so good, so good. Hold on. I want to take a look at. I was about to say, I want to rook a razor, rock. It's really. I would imagine these cats would provide a knee bend. You know what I mean? But there we go. I think. Do you see that? Some type of liquid there? I think that's mold release. Maybe. I don't want to touch it. It's either mold release or glue, but I think I actually got some on my finger. I'm going to try it one more time with this one. Yeah, now it's working. Huh. Dude, it was mega stiff earlier. I think that's a little bit of, like, not mold release. Sorry. That's a little bit of lubricant in there, but okay. Well, knee bend confirmed. Absolutely beautiful, absolutely precious and gorgeous. I'm going to go study the instructions. I'm going to go through a couple of rounds of transformation so that I could show this to you. Oh, you know what? Let me show you the second tray. Yeah, but I was going to say, after I show you the second tray, I'm going to get familiar with them, and then we're going to run through the transformation. Oh, look at that, dude. The head sculpt is absolutely beautiful. Imagine this on a large toy, right? Imagine this on a large toy. That would pop. That would look absolutely insane. It looks so good. It looks so good. And and I guess the fists are just, I don't know, they're just plugged in here or something like that. I'm going to look at the instructions. I'm not going to try to pry them off, but yeah, this must be the chest. And yeah, these are the fists, obviously. And for what it's worth, it doesn't seem like there's a crazy amount of parts forming, and I can't get that. I can't get. These are looks like they're Dive Bomb's wings. Nice. Oh, and then they fold out for the Predaking cannons. Very nice. Again, a beautiful detail. Love the crisp paint. Everything feels very, very high quality. Everything does. And like I said, I was so impressed with their Steelhead Commander. I knew this was going to be amazing. And they have a Volcanicus coming out afterward. And so I'm so looking forward to it. And I wish these cats great success. Any company that's coming out and putting out good toys, yeah, I want them to make a ton of money so they can keep going. Like Mecha Invasion, I hope those cats make a ton of dough, and I hope that they keep going. And here's the other toe, and there's toe bend on here. Feels good. I'm not some type of plastic expert, so I can't really say, but it doesn't feel exactly like the Hasbro plastic. You know what I mean? It feels, I don't know, dude. It feels different. Some of this stuff feels like the Hasbro plastic, but I think it's interspersed with different types of plastic. And then we have his blaster, but it looks like they individually convert into the smaller blasters because Yeah, it's kind of coming apart in my hand right now as I'm messing with this. I'm gonna figure this out later, but yeah, it looks like it was. Oh, you know what? Like that. There you go. Yeah, a la Bruticus, the combining blasters, a la Super Sentai, and yeah, it's cool. Looks nice. And then we have this giant sword. If I can get this out. Wow. Wow. Neato completo. I'm just telling you, dude. These guys are doing something special. These cats are doing something special. Laser cat to be exact, but they're doing something special, boy. And all right. I'm going to get familiar with them. It's probably going to take me, I don't know, like an hour and change, because I convert them multiple times until I become familiar with it, back and forth, and then I have to do the combine mode as well. But you won't notice that, so I'll be back in just 1 second. Click. All right, we'll start with the leader of the pack, Razor Claw. It's pretty straightforward, but there are some scary parts, and that's only because of how tight everything is. Case in point, this thing over here. You need to bend this forward 90 degrees, but this is really tight, and I feel like just if you were to just blindly just kind of push this down without thinking, just adding a lot of stress. So I've been trying to just kind of like add pressure to here as best as possible, but that is a really tight turn, and I don't like the fact that it's just on the spindly little stalk. I think this should have been a little looser, and so again, I'm just trying to be very careful. But yeah, you got to bend that forward 90 degrees. And then later on, you're probably going to bend it back. And so I do hope it does get a little bit looser over time. But that's the only negative that I'll say about this, is that some of the tolerances are actually too tight. And yeah, you don't really hear me saying that often. You're going to open this bay up, and then you're going to spin the wrist. Oops. And then you're going to fold this up, and then close this and allow the lion claw to protrude. Same thing for this side. We'll just open up this bay, spin the fist, and then allow it to sit back, and then close it down, and then we have the lion claws. And then here, this part is going to pull out, and currently it's sandwiching the neck plate. And so what's going to happen is you pull that out, and you see this space over here, the space. That's what was kind of hugging this platform. And then this part is kind of scary too, in that it's a really tight fit. And you'll know you've got it right when it goes all the way in. And then this lion head, well, you know what? There's one thing I forgot to do. You're supposed to spin the head. See that? You hear that squeak? That's because the plastic is rubbing up against. That means it's a very tight fit. That's the only negative I'll say, is that some of the tolerances are just too tight. And then we'll do that, and then you can bring the lion head back. And as you bring it back, you see that bar right there? There's a little space for it to sit inside, and so you're going to push it back until you hear kind of like a... Well, okay, you didn't hear the click. But there's like a dull click. There's like a dull thud as it aligns itself in the bay. And then you're going to move the arms forward. And because the little tabs on the side, the arms are going to kind of bow out, or like in an A stance. But I think that's pretty cool. It gives this like sense of power, so to speak. And then you could do that. And then these will also open up, but I think that's really more for the combine mode. So I won't mess with that right now. For the combined chest, even though it did just kind of open up on itself. Because, hold up. Yeah, it's supposed to be like this in his robot mode, because those two little ports will actually plug into, there's an area, corresponding area where it plugs into, but this will actually slide out. And I'm having some difficulty doing it right now. Okay, fine, I won't do it right now. But yeah, it'll slide out for the combine mode. But he's a tiny little lion with a tiny mane. This will pop up. Then you can pull out the tail. And as you do that, what you can do is you're going to spin the leg around. I mean, it's a very basic transformation. And we'll kind of move this out of the way for the second. And then not retract. Pull out the back claw. And then you got to bend this down. Oof. oof, at the knee, and then the heel can close up again, and that will close up, and that will become the rear leg. It's so cute. Same thing over here. Pull out the rear claw, bend the leg. There you go. And then push this back, push this forward, bend the claw, and then bring this entire section down. And now we have Razor Claw in his lion mode. Pretty neat, huh? And pretty cute. Just some of the tolerance. The only problem, like I said, is those tolerances. Like these things, I'm just worried that they're going to snap if I'm not being careful. But everything else, yeah, everything else is pretty good. Very, very, very tight. And oh, I see. There's a second hinge on there's a second swivel on the waist that's going to allow you to swing this around to the other side. And then this will swing down over here. And oh, I get it. But yeah, that's him. Let's check out numero dos on the team, okay? Pretty neat, huh? All right, now that we're done with the big cat, let's mess with the little cat. So we're going to start by spinning the fists. Oh, and these are tight too. Dude, whatever that mold release is, it really like dries up my fingertips, and I gotta like keep moisturizing them and stuff like that. And I don't know, I hope the chemical's not too harmful. So we're gonna spin the fist forward so they become like the little paws, and that works out. And what you're gonna do next is this bit has to sink down. Like you gotta pull it. You gotta pull this piece down like that. You saw that? How this basically extended downward, because once you do that, then you'll have the clearance to hide the robot head. And after you hide the robot head, the bust of the lion, well, once it's seated properly, there you go. I guess this is a lion, right? Jaguar, Puma or something. You can pull this all the way up, right? And then what you're going to do is you're going to spin the waist. And this was originally the waist part, the crotch area, and then you're going to bring that down. You're going to bring out the tiny little lion feet on the back. You're going to fold in the toes. Same thing over here. Bring out the tiny lion feet, fold in the toes. And that's going to compress upward. Then you're going to cinch the legs together. And that waist bit is going to tab in and secure this part. And then from here you could just bring the arms down and position them like so. And his blaster actually becomes his tail, but I don't have that. Oh, one other thing. So the face. All right. So what you want to do is, so you can see that there's a little like ball joint in there. And so what you're going to do is you're going to loosen the head. And once you loosen it, it can sit on that ball joint, and then you can kind of reposition it however you see fit. Raise it if you want a little bit. And so, yeah, that's our panther, puma, jaguar, tiger thing. All right, let's move on to the condor. Alrighty, we're going to transform Mr. Burb, and I hope I got this right. As you can see, I added the wings, and the wings you just kind of like slide down, and man, they look so good. This kit is amazing. And so we're going to start by twisting the fist around, and then you're just going to tuck that back here, and you're going to spin this around, and it has a double hinge, double elbow, so it's going to do this. And this bit you're going to secure inside here. Oh, there we go. It's giving me some problems earlier, but easy peas. Same thing over here. We twist the fist, tuck it back, Mac, spin this around, clown, and we got the double elbow, jello. Okay, that didn't rhyme. And then we need to tuck it in here, but okay, there we go. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes it gives me some problems and sometimes it doesn't. And then from here, we're going to tuck the feet, Pete. We're going to spin this around, and we're going to release the burb legs. We're going to fold this in. Then we're just going to fold in like that. And, oh, forgot to hide the face. Dude, he kind of looks like a Garbage Pail Kid, right? You guys know what those are? No? Maybe? You just basically need to flip that up. There you go. And then you can flip the burb mouth down. And there we go. Burb, burb, burb. Burb is the word. Burb, burb, burb. Pretty neat, right? Cool. That wasn't that bad. Okay, let's move on to Rhino. Yeah, let's do Rhino next. Dude, I'm hella dense. I was looking high and low in the instructions because I could only find one of them, and I realized they transformed the same, so they just consolidated the instructions into just one, but that's on me. Anyway, so we start with the arms, and we just spin them around. And actually, I take that back. We keep them like that. We spin the fist around. Then we're going to spin the head around. And we're going to do this. Why do I keep doing that? Oop. Pop the arm off. We're going to keep this spun. We're going to keep the... And then we're going to spin the fist around. And there you go. And those are the 4 legs. Yeah, I know. Not incredibly complicated. In the back, we're just going to bend these down. We're going to bend these down. And then we're going to bring out, look at the tiny feet, look at the hooves. Then we're going to squeeze these together. Actually, one part that I forgot. We're going to remove this, or move this down. Man, I'm losing my voice. We're going to squeeze these together. Then we're going to compress this upward. And then we're going to lock that in with that. And yeah, they're blasters. Again, they would compose the tails. But here we go. Rhino and the bull. Rampage and Headstrong, right? I want to say this, not Rampage, Tantrum and Headstrong, right? I believe that's it. But yeah, so now we got Cinco, all 5 of them done up. And so Predaking is next, my friends. And so, yeah, let me figure that out off camera, and then we'll check them out. But before we do that, let's just give one quick look at all the animals. Here he goes, Razor Claw one more time. Looking pretty cool, looking pretty cool. The sense of time, dilation, I don't know if that's the right word, but the sense of like time is so weird for me right now, because when you watch this, it's going to appear like plop, 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 plop. But in fact, I've been taking breaks. I took a walk. I went to the post office. You know what I mean? I've done a bunch of stuff. I had some cereal. And so like, there's a huge time difference between what you're seeing and versus what actually happened. And I watched some YouTube. I played some games. I did a bunch of stuff, actually. Because sometimes when I'm recording these and it takes extra long, I'll just lose interest. Not that I'm losing interest in the toys. It's just like ADHD and stuff, you know. I'll just be like, a bird caught my eye. I want to go chase the bird. Or like, it's sunny outside. I should just take a walk. And things will just kind of grab me here and there. And then, but yeah, speaking of burbs, burb. All right. So now we got all of them here. Let's convert them into Predaking. My friends, before we convert Razor Claw into his torso mode, I would like to tell you that a great sadness has befallen my countenance. I have just realized that the foot is missing the ankle connector to the leg. Oh no. So now that when we create Predaking, he's going to be like the Elven Archer, legless. Legless? No, actually, he's going to be footless. Very, very sad though. I mean, good thing TF Safari has good customer service, and I've reached out to them already and have informed them about the missing piece, but sad times, sad times. But you know what? I'm still blessed, and there could be a lot worse things going on in my life. It's just the missing toy piece, so we'll get that resolved. So anyway, we're going to tuck in the tail, and we are going to bring down the leg, and this is the connector piece over here. And so what we're going to do is we're going to flip that out, because it's pretty cool what you have to do over here. You're going to do this. You're going to flip this and get a load of this. I know I keep saying this, get a load of this. You're going to bring that out, and that's going to tab into the side, and that's going to beef up the leg. I think that's just really smart. Again, it doesn't take the missing foot ankle bit doesn't take away from the fact that this is an incredible kit. It's just wish their QC had been a little bit better. Get the foot in there, flip this around, and then get that to go in there. And then you can bring these down. I think it's going to be like that. And then this you can flip over like so. And you can see it coming together. One part that I'm not thrilled about is, again, you got to readjust these things, and I'm not sure if I'm going to do it right now. I mean, I will have to probably later, but anyway. So for this bit, we're going to pull out the fist. We're going to close this, and this is going to collapse like that. That's pretty neat. It's like simple, but it like really works well. And so I do love the way it collapses like that. And then this entire bit is, where's that tabbing mechanism? Hey, dude, what the? Oh, okay. You see that slot and you see that tab there, right? This entire thing is going to move back here and it's going to tab in, and that's a very, very, very secure connection. The dual connection, the dual slot and tab action, and it goes in very tight. So what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to angle these up, and I'll suppose I'll do that now, but not my favorite thing to do. And then you're going to bring down, and you're going to, unhook that little bar from that groove that was there. And you see, where does it go? You're going to slide these out. That one's kind of stuck. But after you slide that out, you can bring this down. And, dude, am I doing something wrong? Because oh, I know what it is. I was like, wait, what am I doing wrong? Now we got the the bust, right? It's such a good looking head, by the way. Such a good looking head. I would love, and I mentioned this before, if there was a giant combiner with this type of sculpt, it looks so good. And so you see the 3 tabs, right? Those 3 tabs are going to slot in right over here, and then on the back of the head. It is a very, very, very tight fit. And so just be mindful. Oh, and also, you know what? There's actually another connection. You see those slots? They're going to slot into that area over here. Sorry about that. My fat hand was in the way. And you just got to get everything in there. And it's especially the ones up at the front that connect to the arm. It's really tight, and I can't even get it to go in, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know, but you do need to get them to go in so that, oh, okay, I guess it did go in. And then you can push the head back, and the head actually has, you see those 2 little, like, those pokey bits, those 2 posts? There are corresponding holes on the back of the lion face that will connect there. And that looks nice, man. And I imagine these are going to be for the arms. They're probably just going to slide in and then collapse into the shoulder. But man, it's making me even sadder that we're not going to be able to fully complete the look over here. But yeah, I hope they can get those replacement parts to me Prontosaurus. Man, looking beautiful, isn't he? Beautiful. All right, now let's work on the other guys. All right, we're going to actually work on the arms at the same time because they only provide 1 set of instructions specifically for Rampage. And yeah, looking at them, I can see, yeah, they're actually pretty similar now that I kind of like examined them. And of course, it makes sense. They're both arms, right? So what we're going to do here is we're just going to bend the fist down. We're going to bend this like this and do that. And basically just have everything bend 90 degrees and collapse it on itself. And then the head itself will come down 90 degrees, and you can refasten it if you want. Push that all in, and then we're just going to bend the legs up. And there's an elbow joint over here, right? And so you want to obviously orient it in the right direction. These are going to sit to the side so that the arm does this. And then we're going to get this, the hand, earlier that was attached to the bust. We're just going to slip that on. The hand is done really well, man. Look at the details on here. Again, I would not be mad if these guys wanted to tackle a larger transformer. I would actually encourage them because their design aesthetic, the quality of parts, manufacturing and everything is very, very solid. Yeah. And, oh, interesting. So this finger is separate from these. These 3, I just spit right now. These 3 are attached together, but they are on separate ball joints. Interesting. Huh. Then that that has a bolt through it. I wonder if this like moves or something. Like I wonder what that metal bolt is for. Maybe just to fasten the hand together. That's kind of cool, man. Maybe it's not even a bolt. Maybe it's just painted. Anyway, so that's the arm, and I assume we're going to do exactly the same thing with him, in that this is probably just going to move forward to the front to mirror that design from Rampage. The head can't go any further, so that's probably just like that. Orient the elbow joint that it's in the... Where's the elbow joint? Wait, what? Oh, hold on for a second. All right, so trip out. Maybe I missed this, but realizing that I need to have this mirror Rampage, I basically pulled this out, fastened the legs together, and cinched this, the legs closed. And then I realized you can actually extend this. I don't know if they showed this earlier in the what is it? The bot mode transformation, but either way, ow. Either way, now I'm just trying to orient the elbow joint properly, but I feel like it's not all the way out. There we go. And then we twist that, and there we have it. Got to make sure this is all the way out as well. And I think they're identical in terms of height. Sorry, this came unfastened. Yeah, that's about right. Then we'll get the other hand and seat that in there. And oh, we're supposed to spin this. Oh, looking good, looking good. Should we just attach them to Predaking right now? Yeah, why not? As I talk to myself, like, yeah. But, oh. I'm having some issues with clearance. There we go. Oh, that's cool, man. That's cool, man. Oh, just makes me all the sadder that I don't have the foot to fully connect. And look at that, the spacing right around the head. You know, it's just perfect. Allows me to dip this in here, and it's a pretty tight fit. That's nice, man. You know what? I kind of like this head further up like this. I know they told me to bend it down over here, and it does kind of cover this, but at the same time, I don't know. The burb head being up here is a little... Maybe I could do that. Huh. Is that right? Maybe. Because, I mean, I don't see any other way for me to bring this down. Either way, that looks really, really nice right now. Wow. All right, time to connect the feet. All right, we're at the home stretch, and considering these are identical, I've already transformed one, and we'll try to do this one without the instructions. And yeah, like I mentioned, unfortunately, there's no ankle joint, and so we won't be able to fasten the foot, and so boo-hoo. So this over here will lift up, if I can get this untabbed. Ow. I can appreciate the tolerances of my fingernails, certainly do not. I may need like a spudger. Oh my goodness, that's tight. All right, hold up. All right, I was opening it from the wrong side. So you pull that down from the top. Then you rock this down, and there's a couple of teeth that will tab into the top of the knees, and this will secure everything in place. And then from here, we can spin the head, and we can have this rock down in the front, like so. The arms, the fists, will spin a $180, and they will sit in that little cavity there. Same thing over here, spin at a $180, and then get it into that cavity, and then spin this around, and make sure that this shoulder joint is facing directly up, because you can swing it, but yeah, make sure that it's... Oh, that one popped off. Nice. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to fold this back, and after you fold this back, you see those little grooves right there? The outside one will slide into that. We'll tab in. And so I love that, dude. There's so many little areas where this thing like secures, And I love companies that have that type of thoughtfulness. Like, I hate when parts are just like swinging around in the air willy-nilly. Really bothers me. It's all right. I don't know who's the left and right foot, but whatever, dude. So this guy's going to get the treatment. It looks like it just slides on, just like the fists. And yeah, slid in there quite securely. Unfortunately, can't do that here. So I'm going to have to fake it when I do the short. I'm just going to have to recycle the other foot. And then when I present the final form, I'm going to be holding it at the feet like that. And so for those of you who watch the long form video, you know I'm going to be up to some deception then in the short. And it looks like this is just going to slide into that joint back here, that little groove that you see. If I can get it right. I mean, just need some angle and some clearance. What's the vector, Victor? Huh. Dude, what am I doing wrong? Hold up for a second. All right, I got this one in, but it was just really, really tight. And that's about it. Just like everything else, the tolerances are extra tight. Huh. Just move the arms out of the way. It didn't have to for the other one. It was just extremely tight. Yo, the arm's not even getting in the way. There. Oh, goodness. About to take a dump. Yeah, that's extremely tight. And there is, not that there's a clearance issue, but the arm did pop off. There we go. There we go. Yeah, it's very tight. But not like impossible, something's about to break tight. I'm sure it'll get a little bit looser over time. And it's just a shame that we just can't do that right now, isn't it? But yeah, like I said, in the short, I'm just going to be like, huh. And no one will be the wiser. Oh, and of course, we got to add the cape. I won't be able to, I need to take a thumbnail picture, but all right, I'm assuming this is just going to slide on. And I'm wondering if these are supposed to fit into the grooves over there. And if that's the case. Okay. I think that's it. I didn't hear anything click, but I think that's fine. Oh man, what a handsome dandy little lad. Dude, so this copy actually belongs to my buddy. And because, yeah, it's sent from TF Safari, obviously, but it's going to him. I think I'm going to buy my own copy. I really, really like this a lot. There's not a lot of toys that I buy and keep. I like to catch and release, so to speak. But this is really nice, man. It's so nice that I want my own copy. And especially if they're going to do all the combiners, I want this entire set. Whatever these guys are involved in, I want to be a part of it, minus this QC issue here. But can he stand? No, that's too bad. That's too bad. Yeah, the wings, okay, cool. They will butterfly in and out to give the arm some range of motion. So that swings forward and backward. It does swing out as well, and so not bad, not bad. The elbow has a 90 degrees. There's too much collision to do more than that. The wrists can bend up and down to some degree, and then they have a swivel on it. The thumb has, it's on a ball joint, and like I mentioned, the index finger is on a ball, and the rest of the fingers are attached together. Head is on a swivel. Oh, it's actually on a ball joint, excuse me. The mouth of the little lion opens up. He has a knee joint over here, but this kind of breaks up the sculpt. And then you can do the backward and forward, but then you just have to move the skirt out of the way in the front. And then he will have the Van Damme as well. Well, I think Bobby Skullface calls it the full Monty. What's up, Bobby Skullface? Big fan of yours. All right. But yeah, man, that's him. Oh, forgot to dress him up with the accessories. Hold up. All right, so we got the blasters here, and we can see that these two posts, these two pegs, should and will plug into the forearm. Sorry, the blaster just kind of came apart. So let me just fasten that back. And once that's done, you just need to get the spacing between the two posts correct. And then you got to apply the right amount of force. But that's also really tight. I don't want to force that in too much more than that because I'm afraid those posts potentially could break. But that's a little too tight for me. And then we have this thing, dude, the shears. How does he hold this? Oh, he has a slot in his hand. So just get that in there. Get that. It's a tight fit. And I don't think his hand can actually fully close over it. Or I don't have it all the way in. But whatever, dude, I guess it's just like that. That's a little unfortunate. It would have been nice if his fingers could wrap around it. But I'm not sure if that's because, is it not all the way in? Well, whatever, dude. I think that's the best we're going to get it. And he looks fine, dude. This is gnarly. And that's cool. Oh, man. This would have been a perfect review. I mean, at least in terms of, like, perfect toy, had this been here. In terms of a scale of 1 to 10, I would give this a 10. I'll just dock it a few points for the tolerances being a little too tight in some areas. But I don't know, man. I'm just going to give him a 10, dude. He's a 10, but it's just little things like this being too tight, the little yellow thing, and me being afraid that I'm going to break it off. Even this over here being a little too tight, and some of the other tolerances being too tight, and like the hand not being able to fully close on the sword. Just little minor things. But other than that, man, this gets really high marks from me, dude. Just like the Craftsman's Toys nose cone. Really high marks from me. If you got some change and you're into Chibi and you like Predaking, dude, this is your jam. Seriously. A very high quality toy with high quality parts, great manufacturing, great engineering, and a ton of play value. Yeah, dude, just shy of 10, but round it and it's a 10. Anyway, thanks for watching. And if you do end up picking this up, tfsafari.com, check them out, okay? Have a nice day. Bye.